Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into something that's absolutely fundamental to our industry, mastering that first impression. We're going to unpack the art and, yes, the science of starting every single guest relationship on the absolute perfect note. It's all about building a foundation of excellence from the very first second. You know, this quote really nails it. That very first contact, whether it's on the phone, in an email, or when they walk through the door, it literally sets the stage for everything that follows. A great first impression? It's like building a bridge of trust. But a poor one? Well, that can put up a wall before you've even had a real chance to connect. So let me ask you this, and I want you to really think about it. Every time you interact with a guest, you're telling a story. So what story are you telling? Our goal here is to give you the tools to tell a story of warmth, of competence, and of truly exceptional service, every single time. All right, here's our game plan. First, we'll cover the why that first moment is so incredibly important. Then we'll jump into the how with 5 key pillars of connection. After that, we'll talk about consistency, how to navigate those trickier situations, and finally, the professional mindset that holds it all together. Okay, this is where it all begins. That initial contact is your one and only shot to earn a guest's trust. In those first few moments, they're asking themselves, am I in good hands here? And your job is to make sure their answer is a confident, resounding yes. I want you to think of a great first impression as a kind of golden filter. When you nail it, the guest sees everything else you do through that positive lens. It sets high expectations, sure, but it also builds trust, which reduces friction and opens the door to really positive communication. And that, right there, is the secret to a smoother, much more satisfying experience for everyone. So how do we actually do this? What are the building blocks of a fantastic first impression? Well, let's break it down into 5 key pillars. If you can master these, you'll be creating exceptional welcomes without even thinking about it. First up, promptness. This is so much more than just being fast. It's about showing respect for the guest's time. A quick response, even if it's just to say, got your request and I'm on it, sends a really powerful message. It says, you are important to us. It's a simple little thing that speaks absolute volumes. Next, let's talk about tone. Whether it's your voice on the phone or your word choice in an email, your tone is the emotional color you're painting with. It's the difference between a simple transaction and a real human connection. A warm, professional tone instantly makes guests feel welcome and, more importantly, valued. Now look at this. The contrast here is just night and day, right? I mean, both are technically polite, but the feeling they give off is worlds apart. The first one is cold, it's robotic. The second one, it uses the guest's name, it says thank you, and it shows a genuine desire to help. That small shift in language makes an enormous difference. Confidence is what builds trust. When you communicate clearly and professionally, you're sending a signal to the guest that they can relax. You've got this. Now, this isn't about being bossy or a know-it-all. It's about being a calm, capable guide for their experience. Personalization. This is where the real magic happens. Just using a guest's name or remembering a small detail from a previous conversation, it makes them feel seen. It makes them feel like an individual, not just another reservation number. It transforms standard service into a truly memorable experience. And finally, professionalism and politeness. These are the bedrock. But here's the most important part. It has to be genuine. Guests have like a sixth sense for insincerity. A heartfelt, honest thank you is always going to be more powerful than one you've been told to say. All right, so we've covered the 5 pillars, but now let's talk about consistency. Look, it's just not enough to be amazing on the phone if your emails feel cold and generic. True excellence means delivering that same high standard across every single way a guest can reach you. This chart really says it all. You want the guest's perception to be seamless. A wonderful phone call followed by a sloppy email, it creates a disconnect, a jarring experience. The goal has to be a consistently high level of service, no matter how they interact with us. Okay, let's get into the advanced stuff. What happens when a guest reaches out and they're already upset? Well, this isn't a problem, this is an opportunity. This is your chance to turn a negative into a positive and really show what a top-tier hospitality professional can do. When a guest is frustrated, your first job is to be an anchor of calm in their storm. Acknowledge what they're feeling with a simple, I completely understand and I'm here to help you. Just that one act of empathy can totally shift the dynamic. From there, you can calmly guide them toward a solution and, in the process, earn their lasting trust. So we've talked a lot about what to do, but now let's talk about how to be. Because all of these skills, they're not just techniques. They're rooted in a professional mindset that has to be your internal foundation. And this is a core truth of our industry. Your level of professionalism can never, ever depend on the guest's mood. It doesn't matter if they're happy, sad, rushed, or angry. Your commitment to providing excellent service has to be constant. It's non-negotiable. It's just human nature to form impressions of other people. But as a hospitality professional, you have to operate on a higher level. Your personal impression of a guest must never affect the quality of service they receive. Every single guest, no matter their demeanor, deserves your absolute best. That is what separates the good from the truly great. As we start to wrap this up, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. Mastering first impressions is not about becoming a robot who can just recite a memorized script. It's about something much, much deeper and much more human than that. See, true mastery comes from embodying these 4 qualities. It's about internalizing them. When warmth, competence, respect, and clarity become a natural part of who you are and how you operate, you won't need a script. You will naturally create amazing first impressions every single time. Every phone call, every email, every single greeting is a brand new opportunity. It's a chance to build trust, to forge a connection, and to set the stage for an unforgettable experience. So I encourage you, take these principles and use them with intention. And ask yourself, what are you going to build with your next one?